Mr. President, I have a couple proclamations that I need to step down in front and do.
All right, Mayor. Kim, you want to go?
I have a proclamation to read, which is 2017-13, whereas Community Media Day is an annual celebration of voices that brings awareness to the importance of free speech and accessibility to media for all individuals. And whereas access to information in today's media environment is critical for the healthy functioning of our community by connecting local government, community organizations, schools, and citizens. And whereas community media organizations provide a means for diverse communities to tell their stories, hear each other's other stories, and to create new stories together using social media and television programming. And whereas Laurel TV provides a diverse and valuable programming on public education, and government access channels, and whereas citizens benefit by the use of community media content to stay aware, and to be involved in our community. Now therefore, I, Craig A. Moe, the Mayor of the City of Laurel, do hereby proclaim October the 20th, 2017 as Community Media Day in the City of Laurel, and hereby call upon the citizens to promote and appreciate the importance of community media at Laurel TV and the programming available on Comcast channels 996 and 71. She was going to make me get that in no matter what. And Verizon Channel 12. And let me just say, I want to thank Audrey, Department of Communications, her staff, and the volunteers. So Audrey, why don't you come on up now? Audrey, got some comments too, right?
Mayor, we actually have a presentation for some of our community members. Would you like me to do it after your proclamation? Do it now? Okay. I just want to say that our entire Laurel TV staff is actually in the building tonight. Communications Director Joyce Jackson, my Assistant Communications Director, is here. Corinne Kobeck, behind the iPad there, she is our Public Information and Social Media Specialist. And then back in the control room, all my auxiliaries are here tonight. I have Darnell Butler, Jan Moss, I have Keisha Butts back there. Also, our production manager, Keston Dakoto's here, as well as our technical director, Ed Thomas. So these are the people that get all of this fantastic programming on the air. We're celebrating Community Media Day nationwide on October 20th, and Laurel TV is really the best of the best when it comes to community media. So we've invited some of the people in the community that have really helped us make this dream come true. One of those is Laurel resident, Jackie Jones. Jackie came to us last year with an idea for a diabetes special for Diabetes Awareness Month. That special that we put together included our first call-in show on Laurel TV, and it also went on to become an award-winning production. It won an International Telly Award out of 13,000 entries. That diabetes special was selected for a Telly Award. And even more importantly, since we're talking about Community Media Day, that special won a Hometown Media Award. So tonight, Mayor Moe, Jackie Jones is going home with her very own Hometown Media Award. Jackie.
I just have to sign. Jackie, I just have a citation for you as well, but the plaque's a whole lot better. Come on.
I hadn't prepared words, but this means so much to me. It means a lot for diabetes awareness. I don't do what I do for recognition. I do it for people to promote diabetes awareness. So the fact that the TV special won a couple of awards that meant that we get the reward because many, many people benefited from that. So let's pray that we do all we can to get diabetes awareness out there. So thank you so much.
So before Jackie leaves, because she sent me an email yesterday to remind me, because I know she thought I forgot, right, Joanne? Jackie went around or Jackie got the course that we do in the city certified. So you'll see signs up on the path that they take. I don't run it, I just walk half of it, quite frankly. That's what I don't do. And they are on blue poles. That was all Jackie's idea. She wanted to make sure we have a map somewhere so that people can see it. And she thought I forgot about it because she sent me an email and sent me that map. And Joanne now has it. We didn't forget, but I wanted to acknowledge that was all Jackie's idea. That's very important for runners to have a certified course. And, but I wanted to acknowledge Jackie. She does, as you heard, she does a lot. She doesn't worry about getting credit. She just wants to get things done. So that's what we like. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And may I say that the map will have a barcode, so you can take your smartphone and you can scan it, and the map will come up so you can see the map as you walk. So we're very excited. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jackie.
And since we're talking about community media, the other group that we wanted to recognize is athletes serving athletes. David Slumkowski spent many days, grew up at the Laurel Boys and Girls Club here in Laurel. And then he had a mission to compete in competitions around the country with other athletes like James Banks, who's with us tonight, who's a big part, love that smile, James, a big part of athletes serving athletes. And the story that Joyce Jackson produced on Athlete Serving Athlete won Laurel TV its highest honor that we have received to date. It won a Silver Telly Award out of from entries from all 5 continents, 13,000 entries across the country, and Athletes Serving Athletes. The community media that we produced here in Laurel won that award. So I want to bring David Slumkowski, the founder of Athletes Serving Athletes, and James to come here as well, because not only did it win a Silver Telly Award, the story also won a Hometown Media Award, a nationwide award competing against the very best in the business, CNN, all the big boys, and the Laurel Hometown Media Award for Athletes Serving Athletes.
Those guys. He's got his signs up today. Yeah, he puts them up today.
And while everybody's coming up, I want to let the audience know that if you can see these stories in their entirety by going to the Laurel TV official YouTube channel. All of the stories that we do produce for Laurel TV are on that Laurel TV channel. You can see them anytime, anywhere. Also, another good thing to do is go on laureltv.org, see our programming, and check out what we're producing for you. Already this year, we've produced 125 videos, and we're still going strong. So.
Audrey's worth of weight in gold. Oh, yeah. Does well for the city.
Beautiful. Little more.
Got it, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm good. But could I add,
Come on up to the mic.
my name is Kevin McNulty. I am a local Laurel businessman. That's what I do during the day. I work for Miss Sue Frost. In my spare time, I am the vice president of the board of directors for Athletes Serving Athletes. And what Athletes Serving Athletes does is that we take young people and some of them can't compete on their own, but they really need to compete with others. And so we encourage people that are able or more able to help them out. And we do everything from 5Ks to triathlons. And what I really wanted to come up here and tell you is on the 10th anniversary, Dave and James were our original team. And on our 10th anniversary to celebrate, James and David ran a full Ironman. That is a full swim, a full marathon, and a full 152 bike. 112 bike consecutively. They did, if I may add, because we compete in mainstream events, we have to compete on everyone else's schedule for, all athletes. And so after the second phase, we didn't quite make the mark. And so it was the final is the marathon. And so our score really wouldn't count as far as an official score. David looked at James and said, "You want to go anyway?" And James looked at him and said, "Booyah." Go. And they ran and they competed the entire race. And they were celebrated. They completed the whole race. Thank you.
So this is the kind of things that we're producing here at Laurel TV. We want to encourage the public, send us your story ideas, help us share the story of people like James and David and Jackie Jones. It's all what community media is all about. info@laureltv.org. Dave, would you like to say a couple words?
Thank you for this incredible honor. Driving in here, it was like a stroll down memory lane. I was telling Miss Renee that I feel so blessed to grow up in this town. I don't live here anymore, but I spent more than 25 years here. And playing, having great parents that provide opportunities to play Little League baseball and football for Laurel Boys and Girls Club really was a huge influence 11 years ago when this vision to start Athletes Serving Athletes came, and I was at this crossroads, and I would think of all the old coaches I had and how much time they put in and what a positive influence they had in my life. And I would always think, wow, I want to live that life that I could have that positive influence in someone else's life. So I met James, and as everyone could imagine, he's brought more joy into my life than I could ever imagine putting into his life. And now we have close to 200 other athletes like James competing alongside over 400, we call them wingmen, men, women, who get the real inspiration and joy out of it. So it's just athletics has always been a wonderful manner to break down barriers and bring people together, and Lord knows we need that everywhere, not just in Laurel. So thank you for the time, and it's an honor.
On behalf of our entire staff, we want to thank you and the entire Laurel City Council for your support for Laurel TV. We could not do it if you didn't allow us to build that beautiful studio and staff it with some really talented people and give us free rein to do all these wonderful stories that we produce for Laurel TV. So thank you very much for your support.
So listen, before you leave, I can envision using Jackie's certified area to run, hitting Laurel Lake for the swim, and biking it at the top of the hill into the city of Laurel. So come see us. Thank you all very much.